So my name is Kat Ostroumova, and I live in Toronto, Canada. I've been here for about 22 years now. I'm originally from Siberia, Russia. And I started my own fitness, personal training, and online coaching business back in February. But prior to that, I have been on a fitness journey battling hypothyroidism for many, many years. But I feel like I have finally beat it about 3 years ago.
Definitely, definitely. And can you
Yeah.
kind of talk about how that has kind of formed you into, who you are today?
Absolutely. So, I was diagnosed with hyperthyroidism, which is an overactive thyroid, back when I was in high school. I think I was about 16 or 17 years old. And through many doctors, medications, and just, going kind of crazy, nothing was working for me. And finally, they put me on a pill that my body rejected. And the doctor suggested radioactive iodine treatment, is where you have a drink and it kind of just suppresses the production of your thyroid hormones. So when we did that treatment, it didn't work as well as he was hoping for, so he had to repeat it. So he kind of double dosed me, and that in turn completely destroyed my thyroid gland, and which means that my hyperthyroidism now has turned into hypo, which is underactive thyroid. And so with that comes depression, fatigue, just memory loss, not being interested in anything that's going on. And the major thing is weight gain, because your metabolism doesn't work at all, because the thyroid gland is kind of like the main mechanism for everything to function in your body. And so, finding myself weighing like 183 pounds at my heaviest is when I just thought, like, this is enough, because I feel like there's something else to it. There's more. I'm sure that there's a proper diet that I can follow. I'm sure that there's a proper training routine that I can have, that I'm not becoming just a victim to, hypothyroidism, and I just kind of have to accept it and live with it, right? So for me, I just had enough, and then that led me to competing with the WBFF. And then a huge weight loss transformation journey that brought me to where we are today.
Definitely, definitely. And can you kind of talk about the beginning of you, competing and that, like I said, me personally, having like a meal plan, like a meal prep is like
Yeah.
impossible. And so for those listening, can you kind of talk about how, you kind of instilled in your mind that you wanted to do this and, the process that it took to get there?
Absolutely. So first of all, just picking up on what you said, how you don't think you can do it. Again, as I said, if I can do it, anyone else can. So like 3, 4 years ago, if somebody has told me that I'm going to absolutely fall in love with fitness, fall in love with going to the gym and craving it and needing it every day, I would have said you're absolutely crazy. I used to think those people are nuts, and I thought that the gym was my worst enemy. And if I ever would go to the gym with my friends, or if whatever, there's like an event going on, I would always go to the cardio section because I felt most comfortable in there. I don't know anything about weight training. I was always intimidated. There was, a lot of guys, the whole thing of lifting weights is going to make you bulky. And then, of course, there's girls who are competing and you're intimidated by them as well. But when I did start, competing, it completely changed my life. First of all, the reason why it started is because of my hypothyroidism, is to lose weight. And the division that I was going to compete in is called Transformation Division with WBFF. So it's just you versus you, 6 months before, 6 months after. It kind of gave me just a different outlook on life. I had to start waking up earlier because I had to do morning cardio. I had to go to bed earlier to feel better because sleep is everything for recovery. I had to learn how to meal prep. I started from scratch, and it's baby steps. And it's a journey that has ups and downs, and it becomes a lifestyle. It doesn't become a diet anymore. And there's nothing, I always say, there's no magic pills, there's no magic teas. It's really just consistency and work day in and day out, right? And that's, those baby steps are the ones to get you to that big place where you're supposed to end up, and that's your goal. So after 6 months, I lost a lot of weight, and I stepped on stage for the first time, and I absolutely loved it. Like, I came out there and I just said, this is my thing, this is what I'm meant to do. And I actually got first place in transformation. But they also stuck me into the bikini division, which I was, I said, okay, I'm already here. What do I have to lose? fine. But of course, I was setting myself up for failure because I'm thinking these girls are prepping for bikini, they're posing, different style of coaching, different everything. And I ended up taking third place for that as well. So that completely just ignited a passion inside of me and a fire that now cannot be tamed. And I just kept going with it and keep competing. And then that's what led me to create my own international fitness brand for coaching and training, because of all the outpour of requests and messages that I have received from women and men from all over the world, especially struggling with self-esteem, with weight gain and hypothyroidism. So people were able to see, it's like, wow, this girl can do it, they can do it too. And so I use my Instagram as like my whole diary and journal of tracking everything that I'm doing day to day in my competitions and my prep life. So, people were able to see like, wow, this is doable. Like, she has a full-time job and she does corporate and she travels for work a lot, but this could still be done, right? So absolutely, if anyone can do it, if I can do it, anyone can do it. So
Definitely.
yeah.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. That's amazing. That is truly amazing.
Thank you.
And can you just now talk about, where you are now? You have your own programs and things like that, and, you're still competing. And so what is the future like for you?
Okay. So yeah, so I started my whole business was like the whole base of it was starting in February, but then we had to quarantine and COVID hit in March, and I was like in the middle of my prep for a show in Orlando for June 22nd. So it wasn't easy, but some people just give up, and some people regroup and kind of rethink it and just go with it, right? So I switched my whole thing to online. So I have a lot of online clients from all over the world. My programs are all, for either hypothyroidism, for weight loss, for build a booty, build your curves, and so on. And there's also men's programs as well as for bulking. And then there's different kinds of meal plans as well. For competing, so up until the beginning of June, my coach and I were like set that I'm going to go to Orlando. We all knew it's not going to happen, but you can't give up. I always say you didn't come this far to come this far. You can't just throw it in the towel. You have to compete. So with WBFF, the amazing thing is that they're so innovative. They quickly switched the whole competition to online. And they did an online virtual world tour. So you would record yourself, whether it's in your kitchen or your living room, wearing a bikini. If you have a competition bikini, great. If you don't, that's okay. Obviously, the spray tan from the glam team of WBFF is not happening. So you go to Shoppers Drug Mart, you get your own Saint-Tropez one, you put the gloves on you, and you do your tan, and you can't even have anyone film it, right? Because you have to be quarantined by yourself. So you have your phone sticking on a tripod or whatever, and that's how you do it. And we fought till the last minute. I did compete. I placed top 10. Goal was pro card, but I mean, no gym. Cardio was done every single day. I haven't missed a day of running up and down the stairs in my condominium, 46 floors, twice. So 1,440 steps every single morning. I have some weights in my office that, I train with, but it's not enough, right? It's enough for lifestyle and to maintain. It's not enough for when you're competing on a pro level. So my pro card didn't come this time, but doesn't stop me anyways, right? Like, I keep going, and yeah, you just kind of go with the curve and adapt to change.
Definitely, definitely. And I'm a little curious, and I'm sure other people will be as well. And so what exactly does this pro card entail? Like, is that just entitle you as a pro, or can you kind of talk us through that a little bit?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, you would do it like for your own personal satisfaction and your goal, right? That's your goal, because you're competing with so many amazing athletes from all over the world. It's like, what is your next goal? You want to place, obviously, like top 10 or top 5, and then the next one would be you would want to get a pro card. But with pro card comes a lot of responsibility as well. You become an international ambassador for WBFF. There's a lot of opportunities, promotions, photo shoots, fitness modeling, and so on. And then after that, the next step is to get the crown. So Bikini USA, and then the following one is Worlds, right? So it's just a goal that you set for yourself to work for. And for me, I find myself a creature of habit, and I like routine, and I like goals. So like every morning I'll wake up and I'll look at my notebook and I have my goals written down. It's like, okay, how am I going to get there today, right? So And especially in the fitness industry with my clients, the first thing I ask for when we do a consultation is, what is your goal? What is your fitness goal? Where are we going with this, right? So it's just something to look forward to and to work harder and harder for.
Definitely, definitely. That's awesome. That's cool stuff, honestly.
Thank
Um,
you.
and so before we wrap up, can you kind of let people know how they can find you, how they can reach out to you, and yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So my Instagram, as I said, is like my personal journal, my diary. I display my life, my day-to-day life over there. I talk about fitness, hyperthyroidism, showcase my clients, my programs. So my Instagram would be the place to find me, and maybe you'll put up a spelling of the name because my last name is a little bit difficult, but it's Kat Ostroumova. So last name is a little long, so you have to find me. Yeah.
Definitely will, definitely will. But yeah, thank you so much for your time. I hope you have
Thank you,
a good
Malik.
rest of your day. I'm sure, other people are wishing you luck as well as I am. And so
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
definitely, definitely, honestly. I'll see you later. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.